Well. What's up, everybody, and welcome to MC Squared Whiskey. I hope everybody has something in the glass. We're going to talk about some rye whiskey tonight. And as usual, I am 100% unprepared. I'm Rob MC once again. And you know that guy sitting over there next to me.
And I am 110% unprepared, but hey, that's the way this shit channel goes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday before Christmas. God almighty, it snuck up on us. So me and Rob were dwelling, I guess, a little bit earlier this weekend. Sunday. What can we do? And we thought rye would be kind of good this time of year, so we thought we'd pull out some of our ryes we've been going to and just see what's happening, man. So let's get after it here in a minute.
Yeah, who's all here, Marty?
Hell, man, just trying to get to Friday. That's about it. So, but no, I haven't really picked up much since last week, to be honest. I've got a few things in the works, but nothing in hand yet. Kevin's found me a few things, so I appreciate that a whole lot, but nothing like in the years past. But I'm also somewhere that I'm allocated in ABC states, so you are.
I know exactly how that feels. That's why I get hammered up on after party streams and buy $200 bottles of Fourgate, which hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah,
smart.
I know. Hell,
who's all here with us?
Daniel H is here, and I have that bottle right there, Daniel, and I'm going to do a blind with it later. Top Dog is here. Thank you again for another week. Last week, TD, that was awesome, man. We appreciate that. The Slapshot is here. Brian, I hope you're feeling better, man. Hope that hip's getting better. Peter White is here. The man, the myth, the legend, Prescription Bourbon DMC is here. He is a C, an MC. I get it.
Sure, technically.
Who else we got? I think that's said Pete. Yeah. Shane is here. Storytime is here. Awesome, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Mark Mace is here. What's up, Marco? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm sure you're probably getting ready to light up a cigar. Tell us what it is. There's Doug H. What's going on, man? We'll give people a little bit of time to get here. But so you're starting out your night with that old overhaul, correct?
I am.
So let's talk a little. Hold on a minute. Let's talk a little bit about that jewel there. Yeah. So you've seen that some other places here recently, and it makes you kind of scratch your head, I believe.
Yeah. So that's an 11-year rye. From what I understand, it was Pennsylvania, Ohio only release, maybe Kentucky. I'm not sure. I believe it's a Jim Beam product. And it looks just like a old granddad 114 bottle. So it would make sense. It's a 94 proofer, I believe. 11 years. Not sure of the mash bill. Retail on it here when it was out in 21 was about $80. I just saw it on an auction site go for $305, and it made me wonder why I didn't buy a backup of it.
Well, but Hellfire, when you bought it back then, did you really know that it was even going to turn around like that?
No, and I wasn't even that happy with it when I bought it a year ago. But I'll tell you, I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's $80 good, but to sell it for $300 would be good, I suppose.
Yeah, well, there's that. I don't wonder how many did you say it was 11 year?
Yeah, 11 years.
Well, that's the kicker right there. That's an old rye, man. That's.
I bought this when I wasn't even into rye, which is something I'll talk about a little bit here. But yeah, it's 92.6.
Okay.
Straight rye whiskey, born in PA, made in Kentucky.
All right.
Old overhaul.
I'll be damned. I poured a little of the small batch Peerless straight rye, 109 proof.
Yeah.
And
I happen to have that sitting right next to me.
Yeah. Well, I'll wait. I'm gonna let it open up a little bit. It's a little alcohol forward right now.
Yeah.
I want that strawberry, that bubble gum that we get to start happening on it. But a couple of other ones I've gone to, Rob, pretty recent, and most everybody knows this damn Buzzard Drew cigar rye. I can't get over it. Like I said, it's one of my favorites of the year. One of the ones we did one of our first shows on was the Broken Barrel 105 rye.
Yeah, can't beat that bottle for $28,
No,
$30.
and yeah, we've beat it to death. So we love it. Sazerac, I like Sazerac. A lot of people shit on it, but I don't care. I've got a handle that Rob got for me that I'm thrilled to have. Never seen one in the wild before, but yeah, I've got a Saz, and I've got a barrel pick of it back here from Daniel H. last year. Still have it. Then I've got the Starlight single barrel rye whiskey from the distillery only, and it's 111.4 proof. It's just a little bit higher than what you'll find in the store at the Starlights. Bottle date January 3rd. So it was a couple months in the bottle when we got it. And then, of course, rare breed rye. I mean, everybody knows about that. So those seems to be my go-tos right now. And then, we've got other things too, Rob, you've talked about, and you can talk about too, is the Cream of Kentucky. We got into it.
Yeah, and we did a review on that. And again, I think it's good. It's full of flavor. It's just is lacking that mouthfeel for me. And if it wasn't for that, man, it'd be a lot higher rated for me. I think it's unique in its flavors, and I believe that's 100% rye. And and I find myself, what's up, Kohler Running? I find myself, rye was just kind of a thing I was buying because it was there, and didn't know much about rye whiskey in the beginning of my journey. But now rye has become this change of pace, this, just bringing a little bit more to the table sometimes for me than just regular old bourbon does. And I'm really starting to explore ryes as much as I possibly can now, only because it's just a little different. And again, if we can get them in that reasonable price range, and I have yet to get my hands on some of that Buzzard's Roost, but it's only a matter of time for that, because I'm hearing wonderful things about that. And again, I don't know a whole lot about the mash bills or anything. Again, guys, you're here, once again, welcome to the dumbest whiskey channel on YouTube. So,
damn right.
I don't, research isn't one of my strong points, is what I'm saying, guys. But I've been enjoying the heck out of rye, and even through the summer and now into this time of the year, they're great, and I'm really enjoying the journey with that.
Well, it's like we talked about it before, Rob. It's a mood thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be sitting around like, hey, let's hit some ryes. Just like sometimes we'll by God will hit fucking the Scotch one night. It's another great thing that we have the opportunity to do, like Weeders or whatever. You have the opportunity to rotate and kind of mix it up a little bit, so that's fun too,
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, I'm not sure what I thought was wrong with this old Overholt when I first bought it, but now she's in the first pour of the night. It's it's hitting all the right spots for me, actually.
I've never had it. I don't think. If I have, I don't remember.
And I was seeing these when these hit. I can't remember what time of the year it was in 2021, but they sat in the stores for a long time. And again, they were $80. And, damn. But now, from what I understand, they're maybe a little bit more sought after. So yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting a couple of them. One for a backup, and maybe one to try the auction market. But
what do you get off that? Like I said, a lot of us may have never had it.
It's it's not real thick on the palate, but you definitely get the age off it, and it's minty. It's got a little it's definitely got some like orange potpourri maybe to it, with the floral side of it.
Is it rye forward at all, or just more?
Yeah, it's definitely rye forward. And again, I don't know what the mash bill is on this, but I mean, you're not picking that up to nose it and immediately not going to know it's a rye,
Yeah, it's
good. It's a little, that proof is knocking it down a little bit. If it had 6 or 7 more proof points on it, I think it'd be a knockout.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Overall, just your common rye spices, but it's well put together. I have some others that aren't so well put together for probably right around the same amount of money, maybe a little bit less, but It's good. It's just not something I go to all the time. I appreciate that proof being a little bit higher, but to start off the night, yeah, she's a winner. And I think I saw something up here in the chat a little earlier. But what's up, Eric? Thanks for being here, buddy. Z Man, Renee. Thanks for coming over, everyone.
Yeah, man. I went ahead and, like I said, I went ahead and jumped on that Peerless. It's a little bit higher proof, but
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, this one's got a little bit of chocolate, little pumpernickel.
Yeah.
It's just that even at 100, if it was 100 proof or 105 or 10, I'd probably like it a little bit better. But it is what it is these days.
Yeah. I mean, this is solid, man. The nose, like I said, is very berry forward, a little gummy. Definitely get the rye spice, and like I guess I'm talking about the Peerless. This is the small batch. This isn't the single barrel. But no, I like it. It's got a great mouthfeel. It gives me a little back end heat,
Mm-hmm. And again, the rye for me, I mean, sometimes I go straight to rye these days, and that was something that I never did, a year or so ago. But now sometimes I just find myself looking for that little bit more spice or just something a little bit different than bourbon,
Yeah.
I mean, I think bourbon is probably my main go-to, even though Daniel H, he would,
Him and Greg.
and Greg, they would,
Where the hell's Greg at?
maybe be Scotch first, but some nights Scotch is first for me. It just depends kind of where I'm at. But the reason I appreciate rye is, again, you just come in, you got a couple different choices other than, your everyday stuff. And that's what I appreciate about it. There's a lot of people out there that don't like rye. I don't know if there's anybody here tonight that doesn't or prefers rye over bourbon, but be interesting to see where everybody else kind of stands with it. But
Yeah,
I just can't see if you like bourbon, I don't understand why you wouldn't like rye.
I wonder if it's people get put on high rise early and you're getting so minty bubble gum that it when it hits your palate, it just kind of makes you go, oh God, like that's too much.
Yeah.
You think about the oak and that oil and all the releases and the tannins and earthy stuff that we get just from bourbon, and you throw rye on it, I don't know. It just I do think you got to be acquired to it a little bit.
Yeah. I suppose so. Well, I mean, again, if you're talking those 51% rise, what Peerless or not Peerless, what is it? Pikesville comes to mind, and I'm sure there's a slew of other ones. That, again, in Pikesville, it hits you with that rye spice, and it's a delicious whiskey. But sometimes that's kind of closer to bourbon than it is rye for me.
Yeah, I like what user says. For me, Scotch, Irish, then rye, and bourbon are kind of tied. Yeah, sure. No, I get it for sure. That's the thing. And listen, a year and a half ago, you couldn't hand me a Scotch. I'd be like, I don't want that trash. And now, Lord God, here I am. But it's just like, you got Malt Muser here. We got Shane here, Storytime, Daniel H, Greg. I mean, all these people, Kevin. Just like, here, man, you need to try this. Just try this for me. And I'm like, okay. So, what's up, Keith Chafman, May? Good to see you again, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. It does. It takes a little getting used to, no doubt, man. No doubt. So, was that a little high west action coming at you?
Yeah, it was a little rendezvous. She's getting down there. Here's one that I like very much. I just don't know. I think it's $70 here.
Yeah. It's like 80 plus tax here, and that's where I thought it was too much.
I just think it's a little much. I don't know that I'll replace this bottle, even though I like it very much. I think there's, other ones that I would just go ahead and spend another 20 or $40 on, or $20 less that are just as good. But this actually does have some uniqueness to it compared to other ryes. But I just don't know if I want to spend the money on that one.
Yeah, Keith. I mean, we all start with a taste from somebody, and then we just roll with it from there. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Now going to this one from this one is they're night and day. This one kind of Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
right
let's
off the
hear it.
jump. That
I'll get
rendezvous,
another one poured here.
that rendezvous is better than the old Overholt.
Now I've got three is it rendezvous? No, I've got three double rye High West picks that are in that aquavit
Yeah,
finish that I love. I've had 5 bottles and 2 of them are gone.
and again, that's a reasonably priced bottle. Just the regular double rye is only what, $30, 35,
Yeah, I think the pick
$39.
was 55, something like
Yeah,
that, and I was like, that's a no brainer.
yeah, and I believe the
You know?
last time I visited you, I had some of that. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Bought a lot that they were not great. Some with bourbons too, but Seagrass was the last one that jumped out of the glass for me. Yeah, Rob might do Seagrass. I've left it out, but Rob may do it here later if we've got time. But yeah, that Seagrass was just so unique, man, and complex. It was just something special. I mean, and what's great, everywhere I've seen it, it's gone down $10.
Yeah,
It's like 88 to 85 or something.
yeah, it was creeping. It was creeping up there for a little while, and on secondary it was creeping up, but now it's still out there to be had, and I like it, but I always have to be careful with barrel, only because they do so many things with that whiskey that sometimes it's a little too much.
Yeah. No,
Now on second sip, now she's starting to. Second sip is starting to.
okay.
That's starting to settle down, but it does have something about that I don't know if it's the water that they use or what's going on with that, but it's definitely pleasant. And this one has more of like that bubble gum you talk about, except it's kind of like pink bubble gum, but except it has that little bit of mint in it.
They did not. Yeah. Oh, good. Look here. We were talking about this cat. What, Rob? Sunday night. There he is. DC. What's up, brother? Rye of the year 22 is ADHD's pick from Rare Character. I've not had that one.
Mm-mm.
The old Dragon Bones was pretty damn solid, and then the Mash and Drum Nashville Barrel was for me too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Glorious Rye. That's right. Top Dog just hit the damn. Okay, we want to know what you think. We want to know what you think, man.
They'll be knocking this over.
Yeah, Daniel Wade said that Jack's Chicken Barrel's good. Mont Music did I ever send you one? Okay. Dusty Dan just had and he sent me a pic or a sample of it. And it's the 5-year bottled and bond. That's the sample he sent. That's not his pick. Because I asked him before I did a review of it that's not come out yet. I've got it waiting for a week or so of the Sagamore bottled and bond 5-year. It's fantastic. I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. To all 6 of you.
That's right. Hey, I see 15.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Almost a record.
Yep, good. I hear you on the SAG.
Yeah. I thought I had those Sagamore PX finishes.
Oh yeah, tell Todd about that.
For like 30, I don't know, like $35. Well, here they were on the shelf with the old standard Sagamore sticker on it. I got it up to the counter, and there's this old crusty woman, poor thing there, and she and it's in this store right. It's the Chestnut Ridge. I shouldn't name it online, but I'm sure Anyway, I put them down, and I'm fooling around, looking at my phone, maybe texting back and forth with Marty, and I put 2 of them up on the shelf because one of them was going to be his Christmas present, or up on the counter, and she says $179.99. I'm like, what? The thing says $39.99. She's like, no. I'm like, okay, could you take them off, please?
Yeah, they're yours.
She was all salty. I had to go get somebody else to clear the cash register, and I picked up a thing of jerky. How much is this jerky? Anywho, I wasn't paying. I don't know what's the math on that. $90 or yeah, somewhere around $88, some shit like that.
Yeah, it's good, Top Dog. It's phenomenal. One of the best MGPs of the year, in my opinion. Shane likes the Buzzards Roost lineup pretty good too.
Yeah, one of these days, I keep, stop cheating out. Cheaping out on it, Marty. I'll get a couple of them. Certainly not going to find them here.
No, we can always reach out to Dan and Todd and Andy that are somewhat close there too, and
yeah,
maybe see if they can grab us one sometime. But yeah, that Sagamore's got it going on. I mean, there's no doubt. I've not had anything. Now, I'll be honest. It's sitting right here. The double oaked, I've got to be in a mood for. It's very, very it's double oaked. I mean, it is what it is. It's something I have to be in a mood for. But I still like it. I mean, hell, that bottle's 3/4 of the way gone. Mixture toasted barrel strength rye is always a hitter. Yeah. Rob has the barrel strength rye sitting there. Yep. Love it. Yep. It's a hitter. We like that. I think the better half is making one of her famous old fashions. Hell yeah.
Look out.
We got to still have her on. Get some real talent on here. Last week was,
Well,
it is what it is.
Right. We take what we can get around here at MC Squared Whiskey.
I tell you what, man, there's a little bit of oil to this Starlight. 4 years. So that baby might be gone tonight if I ain't careful.
Look out now.
What Muser say? I think Peerless. I think some of the Peerless, in my opinion, are overpriced.
Yeah.
And maybe a little overrated for the money. Like those damn single barrels, Rob, here now are $109.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I see them in the stores that mark everything up, and they're still right in that $60, $70 range. That's nuts. So, Keith, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I'm going to say it, because anything goes here. I've never had a Pennsylvania whiskey, none of them, other than the old Oklahoma, but that's actually from Kentucky. And Malt Muser asked, what rye do we think are overrated despite popularity? This might be a little controversial, but I think that the midwinters are overrated. I think they're worth $100 or $120, right in that ballpark. And they're good. They're just not.
You're dealing with finished.
You're just not,
and that's going to elevate a little bit because you've got you got time and you got new barrels.
Yeah,
or when I say new barrels, you're transferring to another barrel.
They're not worth $300-400 on secondary. That's for damn sure. Or even some of the older ones going at way overpriced. But Keith, you're mentioning that one of my things I'm going to focus on here coming into the new year is I'm going to start picking up some of these Pennsylvania whiskeys. I don't want to get too carried away. A lot of them are very transparent on what they're doing, and while others aren't. So I'm going to try to pick and choose. But Dad's Hat's on the list. I got, and then maybe I can argue with Daniel H. that Pennsylvania whiskey's better than Texas whiskey. We'll see how that goes.
I don't know if I don't think it is, Shane, at $29-$30.
Yeah, if you get it at $27, I think it's good at $27. However, what I see.
Oh, but we've seen it at $80-$90.
Yeah.
And DC said that Willet 4 years overrated.
Yeah.
Too much deal.
Most of my people that I'm close with or talk to about whiskeys say that's always a pretty solid pass.
I have 10 different Willet Ryes. 2 are really good. About 3 years ago, they started to taste young and too cinnamon forward. Really disappointing. Yeah, when you get that cinnamon up front and a lot of it, it ain't going away. And it's too much with a cigar to burn your mouth out. It's just no. Pennsylvania whiskey better than Texas. Rob and Rocks and Smoke must have happened before the show.
Give me a break there. I was like flying in here. I still got my work clothes on and my coat, for God's sake.
Oh shit, Eric, I'd love to have some of those or one of them sometime.
Yeah, rare breed rye is definitely underrated, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Well, I made a great video of it. No, it wasn't rare breed rye. It was just rare breed. Go check out that rare breed video I did. Why you should not buy this bottle.
Hell, you could say that for most of the
Wild Turkey lineup.
Most of the Wild Turkey, other than what's the bottle? What's the Matthew McConaughey bottle? What's that?
Long Branch.
Long Branch. I've never had it.
I had one, and it ended up. Rob, by God, that was the last one that went in a Diet Coke. Now that you say that, to get rid of it, and that was back in Tennessee.
Not a rye, but I've had the Wild Turkey 101 rye. Is freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, let's not talk about it, buddy. I was ready to throw, elbows and stuff like that. I'll talk to you about it offline.
All right, let's do something else. I've got an empty glass here. You want to do the broken barrel, or you do something you've got that's different than what I've got. You've got Mickers there. You've got.
Oh, you know what? Well, I could bump up in proof, and actually that. Well, you know what? Let me do that broken barrel with you.
Okay.
We'll talk about that a little bit. Maybe do one more and see if some guys want to pop on.
Long Branch is the first bottle that started my bourbon journey with. Wow. And you know what, Top Dog? And you stayed around, man.
Mm-hmm.
You hung in.
I mean, is it that bad?
It's not.
Is that the one?
It's very wet. There's very little body to it, and they're not going to give him shit.
Do they filter that? Is that the one they filter or something? Do something with it? Or am I thinking of something else?
I just really don't know. It's just all right.
All right.
Good. Hey, I got movies coming out, and all right. Look at this cat. It's all right.
Kevin Pierce.
Yeah,
man.
All right. Looks like I've drank a whole lot more of that than you have, or is that something different?
I'm bougie. God. That's it. Thanks, DMC.
All right, guys, a little bit about this one real quick. It is a mash bill of 95.5 rye to malted barley. They call them oak bills with broken barrel. The oak bill are the broken staves. 40% ex-bourbon, 40% French oak, 20% sherry casks. That's what you got busted up in this.
About a minute and a half old.
Hot damn.
Smells good, man. Tell me
it does. I'm telling you. Mesquite filtered, DMC said. Actually thought Long Branch was enjoyable. It's not horrible. I think, okay, I'm going to really screw shit up here. The best celebrity whiskey that I can remember that I've had is Bradshaw.
I heard which one's the highway one or
the Brad Paisley?
Yeah, that one. I heard that was good, but
that's the one they put in barrels and put it on tour with them in the trucks and all that shit.
Yeah. We're getting off here.
No.
Well,
there's a honey note there. There's a
what's that thing, like a Mary Jane? Those chewy, nutty.
Yeah, Heaven's Door Bob Dylan whiskey. Yeah, that's right.
So that's another one I've never tried.
I've got that one that's that pick that Phil and Julie, the bourbon van, sent me. You'll have to try it.
Oh, Marty's all about the blacking.
Hey, I tell you what, DC, the other night when me and Rob were tying into some ryes, I grabbed the black and rye and didn't realize it was finished. I did that whole damn video. I just assumed it was just straight rye. Hell, it's finished.
Oofta. Let me give it another chance here.
Man, you know why? I tell you why this bottle's that's so cigar forward for me.
It's very there's some.
You know what I mean? You see that tobacco coming through it?
I had to get that around the old taster there for a minute. That first sip was kind of like, oh hell no. Now it's got a lot of tobacco on it. And man, I get like I said, like that. You know what a Mary Jane is? That thing that has like it's that candy chew, and it has nuts or something in it. Or hey, man, make me come.
No, I'm talking about Mary Jane's. I can't. No,
fucking like Mary Jane's.
I've got it, Daniel H. back here.
What's Daniel?
No, I don't either. Not Wilderness Trail.
I don't have a Wilderness Trail rye.
I've got a.
They don't sell it here.
Sorry,
I'm not familiar with that one, Eric.
I ain't either. So I'm guessing it's a 10-year. You know, what about, okay, Rob, we were talking about Templeton, the 9-year. And it's like $89 now.
Yeah, I've never had that one.
I have had the 6, and it was very, very all rye forward, which, I mean, fuck, it should be. It's a rye. I mean, that makes no sense, but I didn't get much else from it.
Some of them certainly aren't, depending on, I mean, if they're 51s, you know, barely ryes, I just don't see the sense in them. Hey, Daniel, you know what? Every once in a while, a guy needs to let loose on that. Relax a little bit. See, you're actually wrong, Daniel, because I do that nonsense. I'm just paranoid looking out the door because the cops are coming and shit. I don't mess with that. I like the heavy stuff.
I can get that. Is it sherry? I said, yeah. I'm starting to get that sherry off that nose of that a little bit.
I mean, if this is
drying now, is it drying on your palate?
A little bit. And again, this doesn't stand up to either the Old Overholt or that Rendezvous, High West Rendezvous. However, for $28, it's hanging in there. It's not very thick. It's not very mouth coating, but it has very nice flavors. And again, I see these for about $28. Not here. I've never seen them in Pennsylvania. I see them in Maryland. And this is worth $28 all freaking day long.
I do too.
And even the 115 proof is this bourbon? What do they call this? Yeah, Kentucky Straight Bourbon for $35.
Which one was it? Oh yeah, the 115, dude. We've got that in the 95.
Yeah, I would stay away from the 95.
Yeah, the 95 is just it's been too watered down. It's too young. But that 115 I don't know where mine at. It may be gone.
And I was hoping that was getting off track a little bit, but I was hoping that the bourbon from that Broken Barrel was going to kick the shit out of the Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Well, by God, Maker's Mark's had how many years to get it to where they are compared to.
I'll be quite honest with you. Those new Makers this year, they're fine. It's $60. I certainly wouldn't pay a dime more than that. I'm just not a fan. I like last year's a little bit better, but even going back to that, and again, I'm not a big Maker's Mark fan, only because of that mid palate. I just pull young whiskey off of it, and I don't give a shit how many staves you're putting in it. It's just not. But again, at least they're not charging $120 for it. It's $60. I'm willing to give it a shot. But back to the rye.
Yeah, man.
Guys, if you can hear something clunking in the background, every Tuesday, about 15 minutes before Marty and I get this done, my daughter comes downstairs with a load of clothes. The laundry room's right behind here. Oh, are you down here?
Daniel, that makes me feel better because I love the FAE01 you got me last year. I've got a little bit left, but after what Rob has said, I've even seen it for tastings in restaurants, and I haven't done it. I don't know if Shane's still here. Top Dog, I think's had it. DC, you may have had it. Eric, you may have had it. I don't know, guys. Doug H, I think they have them. I'm not sure. Keith J's had it. I don't know, guys. Let us know because I know we're talking ryes, but those are always bottles everybody's looking for throughout the year, you know, and again, Maker's Finish, I don't know.
They're okay. They're fine. They're just not
Shane's here. Okay, good. Shane, do you like the new Maker's Finishes? I don't remember what the letters on them are. What are they, Rob?
BRT 01 and 02. Barrel rotation. What's the T? What's the T? Help. Time, track, turn.
Yeah.
Timmy.
Dick-de-do.
Yeah, I like the FAEs. I like both of them. In fact, I back them up. These two, I don't think I'm backing up. And again, they're fine. They're worth $60 plus tax, but
not worth. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm glad Shane's on board with that.
Yeah, because I've just stayed away.
I've had picks of those stave finishes that knock these two way down. I've also had makers picks that are hot freaking garbage. But
I mean, the stave finish ones are really. Shane let me try one when I was at his house last month or month before, I guess. No, November. And Shane, was it all one stave finish? Maybe Doug H brought it. I don't remember. I think I tried one that was all a single stave finish, and it was unbelievable. And those at $80 out the door, to me, are well worth the chance rather than these other ones.
Yeah.
You know, the FAEs and they're good and all, but I don't know. That. Yes, it was. Okay, good. I mean, it was freaking great.
Well, I
don't remember what the single stave was.
Yeah, I wouldn't call these last two limited releases good.
10 mocha staves. That's it.
I call them fine. They're fine. They're okay. That's it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's right, Doug. So, okay, for me, what I've got sitting here, I've got many, many more over here, different ones. I've got the Nulu pick, Doug H. That's one of my favorites right now. I've had to put it out of arm's reach. Rye, I went back to the B&B Knob Creek 115 proof rye. That about threw me under the bus. What was that, 2 weeks ago we were pouring it. But right now my favorite, and I know most people can't get it and haven't seen it yet, is this Buzzard's Roost cigar rye. I don't know if y'all can get in on that or not, but this baby here, holy smokes. This is batch 2, 105 proof, right in the wheelhouse, man. And DC, this Thomas has these. So anyway, said probably been early 2022 since I poured this one. Okay, let us know, man, if it did any difference. Bourbon Baller Lee, what's up? But yeah,
Baller. I put water in that 105.
Yeah, Renee, it's
don't.
Not good that way, man.
No, don't.
Sorry, I'm missing some. All right, Greg's on his way. Uh-oh. Whistle Pig boss down.
Wow. So that's another one I've never had.
Whistle Pig?
Yep. Not a drop.
My dad's got the 12. And is it 15? No, 9. There's a 9 and a 12 maybe. My mom got on those for a while, and of course he got her off of them quick.
Pennsylvania, there's that.
Yes, Shane.
There's that new bourbon out there. Yeah. I'll tell you what, that RY3, the one that's finished in the rum cask, that pick from North Carolina. I don't know.
Not the one I got you, Shane. Not that one.
No.
The white label. Go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
Yeah, it was great, but when it got down past halfway, it is so rum forward, and not like a spiced rum or an aged rum. It's like Bacardi rum, just like white rum. I don't know what happened to it. I love that bottle, and now it kind of. And again, this is. Oh, here, let me grab it.
I'll be curious to see what the black wax or gold wax makers taste like. Yeah, that one there. That's the white label rum cast finish pick right there.
Yeah.
So, and then it's picked by the
Shadows guy.
Yeah, and I'm way more down into it than you are, and it's already kind of turning funky cold Medina on us.
It got way rummy, but in its defense, so like I have that Blood Oath 5.
Damn, where'd you get that, Mark?
It kind of did the same thing.
That's awesome. Which buzzards do you recommend? Local shoppers. All of them, Daniel. I've had every one. I've had the bourbon. I've got the cigar rye. I've got the toasted rye. I actually, when I found the toasted, called Shane. I said, I think I know this bottle's good. And he's like, yep, get it. I've got it over here somewhere. But yes, I am not disappointed with any of them. Yeah. Honey rye from last week was all right. My honey. Oh, okay.
All right. I'm going to try
Daniel
this
H.
Knob Creek pick I have.
Yeah, this toasted is great. The toasted is great. Yep. Well, you going for the knob?
I'm going to go Knob Creek pick.
I want to see if yours turned out as good as mine did, dude. After going back to it.
This one is. Let's see how old she is here.
That's right in the wheelhouse, Daniel. They're 65 to 70 everywhere I've seen them, and I've seen them. Actually, this one's 79 in some places here.
115 proof.
That's
6 years old. Actually, and this one was bottled in 2019. All right, let's see what's up. A pretty good color on it. Ooh. Oof.
I'm telling you, man, it turned out to be a bomb of goodness.
This one's nosing kind of funky. Let's see here. Ethanol forward. Oh, this is the highest proof so far. Maybe a little bit of that Jim Beam nuttiness starting to push through a little bit. Oh yeah, she's starting to settle down. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. Got me a mess brewing here already.
Yeah, they are a crapshoot. Yep. And Daniel says he's got two that he hadn't gone back to in a while. Give him a shot, man. I'm telling you that flipped me out. How good that pick ended up being right there, the green label.
Yeah, see that's the old label.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have the bottle date on it?
I don't know. Let's see. I've got a barrel number, but who gives a shit? No, it ain't gonna tell me nothing.
All right, she's starting to push through here now a little bit.
Single barrel select. I wish it would, because my God, this is so good.
Did I tell you I saw? Oh, well, off topic, but there was an Elijah Craig private barrel here today. I just walked on by.
You know what? I did too. Remember, an 11-year.
That's right. That's what this one was. But this one was the. I don't recall the proof, but it was.
This one was floor 1. As funny as that may be, and I was like, "Well, that's different."
Until Greg McDonald said something the other day about trying to find out where this one's 2. But
yeah, I hear you.
Looking at those Rick House floors, I never really thought about it. That's why he's a professional and I'm a schmuck.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Going in.
God, rye candy. God almighty, that's turned so good.
This one is nice and sweet up front, but it immediately turns to ethanol in the middle. Again, this is my highest proof, but I just came off of 105. This is 115. Let me see if I can acclimate to it. It has some good flavor up front, but man, I don't know if I would call that a rye off the bat. And I know it's a rye because I'm looking right at it, but
and that don't mean we can't still screw this shit up.
Right, because you know.
This is the dumbest channel in Whiskey Tube.
You better believe it, fellas. So don't admit you watch this shit.
Yeah, I would tell y'all to share it, but it'd be an embarrassment on you all.
Right.
So that's all how you do it.
But we do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Yeah, even on the nose. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of rye there, but man, anybody know the mash bill on Knob Creek rye? Is it a barely legal? Is it high rye? Is it all rye? I don't know. Is there anything on the bottom? Probably not. And again, guys, God forbid a guy prepares a little bit before.
Yeah, but
he
shit,
does
if there ain't nothing on the damn bottle, I mean, you could Google a label, but that don't mean you're going to find anything for what these age statements are.
At the very least, they could say, "Hey, a lot of rye, a little bit of corn."
I'd love to know. I'd love to know what this one is. The old label.
I'm sure somebody.
$45 for that pick.
Yeah, I think that's probably right around where I was with that. It was less expensive than the
barely legal. DMC said.
Bourbon pick. Barely legal. That makes sense. Thanks, DC. Or who said? Oh, prescription bourbon. Yeah, thanks, man. I can definitely see that because I am barely. Yeah, I'd have trouble calling that a rye in a blind for sure. It's not blind. I'm having trouble. All right, so we have that. I mean, it's good. I don't know that I would seek that out though. That's probably why I was hiding behind all the other stuff on the shelf.
Sweet.
But you say yours is outstanding, huh, Marty?
Yeah, it's rye forward, but it's I don't know, man. It's oily, creamy on the palate. Get candy notes, little spice, little cinnamon. Yeah, little musty hayfield now coming through on the finish. It's it's funny because Top Shelf was one that told me to grab it. So I did. What's up, cousin Eddie? I don't either. Just go do something else. We're glad you're here.
Hey,
here's Fred.
Make sure you watch the replay.
The dogs. Damn, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Deathless Dogs, what is up, man?
No, I think it's very good. That might be on the table the best rye besides the cigar.
Really?
Yeah, on my table, hands down.
Mine.
It's just so rich, man. It's just weird.
Mine's certainly not horrible. It loses steam mid palate and just gets a little bitter and I don't know, ethanol forward. All right, I'm gonna leave that one sit there for a minute. And since I pulled this RY3 down, I'm gonna give it another chance.
Little finished action. I'll let you do it. I can't do it right now.
Yeah, I'm just putting a splash in here because, like I said, it wasn't. I'm hoping that it's redeemed itself because I liked it so much, and I thought I had this actually further down the bottom.
Just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber.
Oh, it
smells. You go and do something like this.
It totally redeemed yourself. Friday at Fred's. I'll tell you what, that smells good. It definitely smells good. All right. Oh, rum pushed through a little bit. So this is the first finished one of it tonight. It's rummy, which is okay. I mean, I guess that's what is to be expected. But if you're dumbass,
yep, damn right. That's why you're here. You like watching dorks, don't you? You dork.
Love you so much, Daniel.
Now, is it tolerable, or is it still kind of just so rum heavy? The color of it's just rum.
No, it's okay. And in its defense, maybe it was. Yeah, that finish is freaking rummy. And again, to have that, essence of rum in it obviously is acceptable. You're buying a whiskey finished in rum casks, but what I was getting off this the other night, and it's not quite as bad now, but that rum was prevalent. It was like doing a freaking shot of Bacardi, which I will sip straight rum, the aged rum, love it. I just don't get too carried away with searching that shit out because I got enough problems with all this stuff. But
I think Dan just asked a great question. With finished whiskey, do you prefer them to be subtle or do you prefer them to be really stand out? I think
subtle,
I think so too. I want to know it's there, but I also want to get barrel and the actual bourbon or whatever that is first.
yes.
For
I
me.
want the nuance of that finish, but I want it to be definitely in the background. Know it's there, but in the background. I'll give you a good example. This.
Hold on a minute, Rob.
I'm sorry, guys. I had barely any time to set up. My lighting and everything's not
Yeah,
on.
that's
Not that it
yeah.
always is.
Talk about that one. You can turn it to the side so you, as you talk about what it is, so you can see the color.
Anyway, it's Doc Swinson's finished in Muscatel casks, and if there wasn't 5 gallons of wine laying in the bottom of that barrel when they poured this into that, then I'm a fucking astronaut, because the finish on this is just this is
I'm a fucking astronaut.
it's bad, and I overpaid by $10 or $20 for this damn bottle, and maybe she'll come around for me, but I got her down there past the shoulder, and it got worse as it went down.
Hey, let me really throw him under the bus. This was the bottle that he could have chose instead of that one. So but in his defense, he goes, "I'm going to try something different. You try this one." So here's what he could have said: "Hell no, I'll just get one of those." Was that?
Yeah, and then every time we talk about Buzzard's Roost, I told you. He says,
Yeah.
Usually good friends. He said, maybe once you say, maybe once you say, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Yeah, it's just constant, man.
He might as well just beat me to death with the bottle. Come on, man. Yeah, boys, that Doc Swinson, whatever the piss it's called.
Doc shit.
No bueno. Garbage. In my opinion.
Kevin, didn't we open this bottle at your house when I got it?
At least that bottle anyway, guys. I don't know about any of the other stuff. It's the only one I have.
Oh.
Man, this is hot for some reason.
Hey, guys, quick plug, because we don't do Patreon or nothing like that. The logo you see at the top and the logo on Rob's channel TV behind him, we've got that on a shirt now on our website, on the shirt Teespring thing. The links in the the description below. If you would like to have that one, we've got it going. Rob's got it. He said it turned out pretty good. I have some that would change your mind, Rob. Shane said.
Oh, I'm glad to know that, because I don't want to, judge the whole brand on that one, but that one is bad.
No, Alan, we haven't done any Jack Daniel's single barrel rye because we can't get it in the States. No, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're ready for Christmas, my friend. It's always a pleasure when you get here. I want the finish to stand out, but not to overpower. I agree.
Yep.
Some finished whiskeys
I agree 100%.
Like nothing was. Yes, and sometimes then I think finished whiskeys, the finish is all on the palate. Your finish is all the finish that's in the whiskey, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
If I'm blindfolded and I'm drinking that Doc Swinson's there, the Muscatel, it is like, it finishes like a wine. I mean, you can tell it's higher proof, but if you were blindfolded, you probably wouldn't know what you were drinking with that. And then it gets really like musky, like not musty, but musky. It's freaking foul. Maybe it'll change.
I'll tell you something. A night we could do one night, Rob, or the Knob Creek single barrel picks, because I've probably got 12 of them. different ones. I've got one from Doug and Fred. They gifted me one. I've got one that's unopened from Frankfurt Avenue Liquors. I like to do. Hey, 4-Leaf Whiskey.
Hey, Stacy, what's up? Stacy, I still owe you stuff. Just hang tight. I'm way behind, but it's coming.
I might have a small amount of Jack Daniel's 23 Special Edition Single Barrel Rye. Alan, was that Bunnahabhain? I think, was that Bunnahabhain 12 cast strength your last video that hit? Is that what that was? Because that's what I got to taste that. Me and Kevin got to taste that at Greg McDonald's house last month, and I'd give anything to try to find that. That's one of them on my list for sure. It was fantastic.
Alan!
Oh, shoot, man. That cigar rye, man, it's just pure. It's just pure.
Yeah, this our wife. It's just not knocking my socks off. I don't know what happened to it. I don't understand.
Guys, we got a bunch of channels in the chat. If you haven't subscribed, which you probably have, do it. I'm going to call them out real quick. Rob, the Whiskey Friend Alan, go check him out. If you want to learn about some good Scotch whiskey, go check him out. 4-Leaf Whiskey, the best Irish whiskey channel on the tube. Prescription Bourbon, some of the best video tastings on Whiskey Tube. Dan, Deathless Dogs. You talking about got some stuff, knows what he's talking about. Go see Deathless Dogs. Shane is here from Storytime, guys. Get over to check out his website. Become a member if you can. Top Dog is here. Top Dog needs to start a damn Patreon and some shit. We've been on his ass about doing a few things. Friday at Fred's they're great buddies of ours. We need to get them to do well. Follow them on Instagram, Doug H and Fred. We could do that for sure. Post link. Eric Maltmuser's here, guys. Get over there, give them a sub. He's awesome. I mean, he's doing some cartridge shit that'll blow your mind. Just saying. Who am I forgetting? If I forgot, 21090 was here. Todd's here. Awesome. I don't want to miss anybody, guys. If I have, I apologize.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I can't see the YouTube side, guys. So all you wrenches, make sure you're posting those.
They are. Daniel's got it going. He's got Whiskey Friend. He's got Dan's got.
Nice. Yeah. Get some support out there, guys.
You know what? I'll tell you something about this cigar rye, Rob, is when they were tasting these barrels, whatever this is, okay, I don't think it's a blend. I need to, it's straight rye whiskey, so there you go. Whenever they were doing these, there's a fine line on this whiskey right here that makes it almost cardboard. I know that's hard to explain, but I don't know if it was whichever way it falls on that timeline. Shane knows more about it than I do, but if it went longer, it may turn it more into paper bag cardboard.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or if it was too young.
Know that.
Yeah.
I know that because I get that note off of that cream in Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. But what I do know, Marty, is I've learned to appreciate rye whiskey. And it's it's a whole nother avenue for me to take. And I'm looking forward to exploring it, just not making as many mistakes with it that I have with bourbon. And I'm going to learn a little bit more about it as I go. And can't wait to get going on some more.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Coming up, we're going to kind of, there it is right here. Got it right there plugged in, ready to go. Coming into the new year, there's things that we're going to try to get a hold of for the channel. Of course, Elijah Craig stuff. But we're really going to try to do more blending. Top Dog has taught us as of last week. There's blends that we can do that we all already have on the shelf that work. Story Time's doing great picks. You know, guys, get over there. Join Story Time. He's got the cognac finish. He's got a lot of them, and they're great with Doug and Fred's ugly asses on the bottle. So if there's picks there that are ready to be had. But when it comes to some of this just non-fluting buying, I'm out.
Me too.
I'm out. I almost got thrown out of a freaking ABC store yesterday because I stepped out of line to see what was behind the counter. And dude said, I told you to stay in a single file line. I said, you didn't say shit about what that Elijah Craig was back there. And he said, yeah, I did. And I said, no, you didn't. I said, I tell you what, you can keep all your shit. I'm leaving. Anyway, they had Booker's 04 was probably the hard to find stuff. They had an 11-year like me and Rob were talking about, and I was fucking hot. I'm sorry.
It's
Renee, I didn't mean to cuss, but
if you're getting direction to stay in line in a liquor store, there's a freaking problem. I mean, not your problem, but listen, I ain't standing in line for shit. That's the bottom line. I'd rather not have it. I'm just not.
He wanted us to get in a single file line and then tell us what he had. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I don't need to get in line if you ain't got no shit I want. Let me just look and I'll hit the road.
Right. And you're absolutely right. And again, if I got to line up, it's just not that important to me anymore. And I haven't done it in the past. I'm not doing it now. Now, I have heard some great stories about some folks waiting outside in line in stores waiting for something to hit. And they've met a bunch of great people and have made, some friends and some contacts in the whiskey world. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea. And quite frankly, I just don't care that much anymore. Yes. Do I want good whiskey? Absolutely. Am I willing to bend over backwards for it these days or pay an exorbitant amount for it? No, I'm just not. And quite frankly, I'm looking forward to this year to see if I can live up to what I'm expecting myself, which is to gear it down, get, within reason, get some good bottles, stay away from the trash, stay away from the hype, and just see if I can enjoy you guys, those of us that are, in the circle here, and just have a good time, talk about whiskey, drink a little bit of whiskey, hopefully get to see some of you guys next year and focus on that. That's I am tired.
That's one of the things me and Rob talked about Sunday is one of the goals for 2023 is to meet some more of you face to face. Spend the money on that.
Yep.
Not garbage bottles.
Yep.
I mean, that's the thing. We could put more money towards travel, just stuff like that. I mean, we got to, this year me and him got to meet Shane and Greg together, and stuff like, I don't know. It's just, we need to do more of that. We need to do more meetups. And God bless Shane Long, Rob, for putting up with several groups.
Absolutely. The guy brings what? I don't know how many people were
20, 30 people.
I couldn't go, but there's dozens of people this guy brings to his house, drink his whiskey. Everybody brought some stuff, I'm sure, but and God bless his wife and for putting up with that.
Yeah,
but that's part of, that's what this community is about is, throwing some stuff like that. And for me saying, I was so mad that I couldn't make it, but it was, cause I consider that, a rare opportunity, but unfortunately things kind of went south for me and it is what it is. And we don't need to talk any more about it, but I'm looking forward to next year and trying to get together with those that are, it's hard when you guys are out on the, out west or things like that. And it gets pricey flying around and everybody has busy schedule and other things, just normal life to navigate through. So, but I'm hopeful that we can put some things together at least once or twice through the year next year. But at the very least, we have this, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm so thankful for you guys showing up, talking to us, busting balls a little bit. That's all fine and dandy. And I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. And hopefully as we move through this, we'll have some some good stuff for you. But once again, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate it. I'm done being mushy now. Cheers. Everybody.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Greg? I need to correct that. I think that was. Yeah. No, Rob didn't get to meet Shane that
No, I
trip.
never met Shane
That's right.
in
He
person.
never got
No.
to meet Shane that trip.
I've
But
been to Greg's house. You know,
I
I'm not
met
allowed. I'm
Shane-
not
I'd
allowed
met-
back, but
yeah.
I've been there.
I'd met Shane before I met Greg the first time. Whew, thank God, because that'd been a lot to take in real fucking quick. I'm just telling you. Whew, God. But yeah, Alan said you guys need to get to the. Alan, let me tell you what, dude. There's absolutely 100% truth in everything you're saying right there. I mean, there's no doubt. Yep. We could easily come to Nashville area. Just saying. Lived there for a long time. Offered the store owner. Okay, let me go back. Hold on, Daniel. Let's talk about this because it's that time of year. Where'd Stacy's comment go? Stacy said, here tells everyone it's sold out and sells that out of the back door to their favorites. Okay, that would drive me nuts. I'd literally stand back there and whip somebody's damn ass. And then Daniel had a comment that right here that this store raised their spring bank 12 from 130 to 300.
Yep, we talked about that the other day.
Taking care of your people, man.
Yeah, Daniel, go in there and fix that because where am I going to get my spring bank, man?
I'm just trying to catch up here reading. Yeah. 4-leaf whiskey. Agreed. Yep. I offered the store owner $300 cash for both today, and he said he would. After all you've bought there. See, that's
the other bullshit.
The kickers. I'm gonna. Yeah. They supposedly can't. No, they can't. And anything great is in my state. It should be lotteried.
Yeah. Stacy, here in Pennsylvania last year when midwinters hit, I actually had one of the people working behind the counter tell me she took the last one. And I thought to myself, yeah, that ain't right. How does that work? Because technically they're not allowed to do it. And what's really not right is why are you dumb enough to tell me that? You don't know who I am.
How do you feel about that, Alan? I have an opinion that you might get lucky and get some, but if somebody else is loaded with cash, you're not going to smell anything. There's two sides of that.
Wait a minute. Did Alan invite us?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to send us tickets about June.
All right.
I think we're flying Delta second class.
Right. Well,
Or no, wait a minute. Let me read it again. You're flying Delta no class. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah. So a bunch of logic where the store owner gave me a cash price of a piece and the money went right into it. Oh, my God. But you know what? Well, if you're getting it, on that side of it, Top Dog, who gives a shit?
I've seen people selling Blanton's and Eagle Rare out of their trunk in the liquor store parking lot.
It's cask strength Irish whiskey. I got there within an hour of delivery. State website showed full stock, but oh my God, it's not allocated. Yeah, this is going to go on. Yeah, the whiskey friend, I'd sleep underneath all the. I turned up at the Springbank Distillery, and the auction van is parked right out. Oh my God!
I believe it.
That's interesting, Top Dog. You know how you answer that? Is you say, I'll pay if you don't have cash, you can say, I'm paying with credit card and I'll throw $15 on top of it.
Yeah, well.
Because that'll cover his fee.
Well, depending on the price of the bottle, though. I mean, what's the credit cards hit you at?
Yeah, but Top Dog's not going there and buy fucking Cooper's Craft.
Well, he's probably got a line on 14-year Cooper's Craft, knowing that guy.
Alan, be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
Save the neck for me, Clark. Now you see why I don't mind getting. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You're right, Stacy.
And
You're right.
I love having my little UK stickers on the back of those bottles where they come from. I enjoy it. I do. I don't care anymore. Don't get me started.
Right. Because we can sit here and bash it all we want. At the end of the day, we're still going to be out there.
Don't make me whip somebody's ass.
Oh, shit. You go, girl.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, Marty.
Yeah. You getting in my face? You getting up in here? No.
All right.
Rob's like, some bitches.
Oh, God, man. What has this become?
I like, Daniel, you're right, man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, especially if you're doing 4 or 5 bottles.
And when it's stuff you're not going to find here.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Sorry, Mark. I got a little carried away there. Yeah, that's right.
All right. Marty, you gonna let folks on? What's your
plan?
I
think I will. I'll open it up here right now.
All right. I have a commitment here. Shouldn't be gone too long. If I'm not back, everybody, thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. And hopefully we'll keep this train running. But I'm gonna sign off here real quick. Yeah, I hope to be back within, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes or so. Okay?
Okay, buddy. Thank you, man.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Let's see here. Guys, I posted the link. Anybody wants to jump on? We'll go for a little bit. Let's see. We can drink something else. This is what me and Rob wanted to do, and by God, we did it, and it was good. Knob Creek. Oh, okay, Daniel. Yeah, and it's pretty aged in that bottle too. I think is what you were telling me. I got it delivered yesterday from Ireland. Got it sooner than a. You know what, Stacy? That is no joke. I have placed an order on a Sunday night at like 10 or 11, which is now Monday morning, I guess, over there, and I had it by Wednesday. Explain that to me. Alan said, the Dram Yankee visited in August and took 20. Oh, wow. Yeah. Stick with the ryes. Okay. We can do that. I'm trying to think what else I haven't pulled that we could do together. I've got the Nulu down there. I've got the RY3s. I'm sure there's other stuff here. I've got the Buzzard Drews toasted. If anybody has that, get it if you see it, guys. I'm telling you, as Renee, Top Dog, and Shane are my witnesses. If you see these damn Buzzard Drews under $80, get them. It's yeah. Moving to the store picks. Okay, yeah, Daniel, I want to know because that's what mine's at. I enjoy that one, so. Let me know where that stands for you. But yeah, this Peerless is good. My Mash and Journey one, the Strawberry Dreams, is phenomenal. I've had to put it up. But yeah, I can do that Michter's Barrel Strength. I'm trying to look where I'm sitting here. But yeah, Storytime. What is your Knob Creek's mash bill on rye? Right at 51%, Daniel, is what it's not stated. DMC looked it up and Shane verified that it's not really stated. It tastes similar to my Cask Strength Spicy and Sappy. Similar, okay. But yeah, interesting. What else do I have? I'm trying to think, guys. My favorite rye was Jack Daniel's Single Barrel. Now, last year, I did the Jack Daniel's, what are those? Hell. They're right here. The Tennessee Tasters. And Daniel, thank you for that one, by the way. Ryes. That Tennessee Taster rye was my favorite. And one of my last videos for 2021 was my blind ryes of 2021. And by God, the Driftless Glen Storytime Rye, phenomenal. My rye of the year was Storytime 2021. Love me some Sagamore rye. Okay, I can do the double oaked. Y'all want to do the double oaked? I can do that. We can do double oaked if y'all want to. And when you do double oaked, you can reuse a Glen because the double oak's going to overpower it. Daniel, I had a few left, and I put them in my whiskey nose decanter. Yeah. 13 States High Angel Share one. Is that this year's, Renee? Because I can still get those when I go back home at Christmas in Tennessee. I've not had any of them. Let me know if that's what that is. Hey, that Storytime Rye I haven't poured in a while. Storytime Shane, that Driftle Skim. Oh, dude, it's freaking amazing. If you've got any left, Daniel, it's getting better. It's ridiculous. Daniel, somebody, can y'all drop? I can do it. Well, I have to go through Whiskey Notes. Somebody drop Storytime's link because I'm telling you guys, get over there. It's coming. I know what Shane's got. Top Dog and Renee will tell you it's coming. It's a lot of it's there. Some of it's there. I mean, the damn cognac finish. You see that little brown bottle right there? That one right there. Yeah. Daniel says yes, 3/4 of a bottle. Marty, no. The very first Tennessee. Okay, yeah. That was before I knew what the hell was going on, Renee, on that stuff. Y'all like this? Can you see it? Save the neck for me, Clark. YouTube link or actual website? No, actual website. Thank you, Daniel. All right. What are we doing? We doing Sagamore? Guys, tell me. We can do Michter's. I've got regular Michter's rye, which I love. Whatever y'all think. Rare breed. Have we done rare breed rye? Have we done a pinch of Skull Mint Long Cut? No, we have not. In an hour and 18 minutes. No wonder I can't taste nothing right. Yes, now we're ready. Thank you, Daniel. All right, all right, all right. I tell you what. While y'all are debating, I'm going to get, it's right here. I'm going to have to go far, so don't worry. I'm going to get that Driftless Glen Rye because that damn thing, let me get through here a little bit. Bourbon Rye. Yeah, this is a year ago, and I've done my damnedest. Alan, thank you, my friend. Alan, I don't know if I asked you, but I think we're good on Patreon. If it's not showing up, let me know, and I'll do it again. But I want to make sure that's right. Yeah, guys, get over and sub to the Whiskey Friend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alan, if you're up next few days, try to call me again. I'm kind of slowing down now, so reach out if you can, buddy. That damn DH isn't half bad. Yeah. I'm going to do a little Driftless Glen here. This is Sexual Chocolate. Well, no, it ain't. That's the bourbon, dumbass. One day I'll be able to learn to read. Yeah, it's about the same. Kingslayer, sorry. 125 proof. Let's see here now. Oatmeal, chocolate leather. Dude, this thing was just I'd give anything to be there when they got this out of the barrel. Chocolate leather. Not really any tobacco on it. Just I'm getting a chocolate leather now. I mean, look at the color of that. God. All right, cheers, everybody. That is probably still the best rye on my shelf. The only thing, well, I'll tell you what, this cat right here knows. Hey, but I didn't mean to catch you on the spot. Oh my God!
Whoops.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you mid bite.
That's okay.
So the only thing, what I was getting ready to say right before I brought you on, there's cinnamon up front too, but it's not overbearing. Right? Yeah, I agree. The Storytime Driftless Glen rye from last Christmas. No, it was before that because the Christmas Thanksgiving bottles came out holidays last year for the Nassif. This came out, what, September, October? Is that when it came out, Mike? Do you remember?
That's the Driftless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those came out. Yeah, probably October, maybe.
Okay. There was a total of 72 bottles, and the only thing that I just made the comment, Mike, and I promise you I'm not shitty drunk yet, but this may be one of the best ryes on my shelf. It is probably the only thing I can think of that I would put against it is the Nashville Barrel Mash Journey. But I think this one will beat it because of the heat at 125. Do you have both of them, or did?
I do have both. Yeah, still.
Would you agree with that, or no? I don't. I've had the old Dragon Bones. I just don't have it now. I mean, I've tasted it, but
I
would
do
that be
like
better than
ODD
this?
a little bit better,
Okay.
but it's older. It's higher proof. It's
Okay, so it works.
But I mean, I like the. They were September, mid-September.
Okay.
I just looked it up in the email. I'm clever.
Wow. And I tell you what, this damn thing, you got to be careful. There's a hammer about halfway down that'll hit you in the side of the head, and you'll be out cold.
Really? Do you like my hat?
That's garbage. Don't you have a live wire hat you can wear?
Yeah.
Let's do that
where it's
instead.
I don't know where it went.
And I've got a live wire shirt right there, the same one I can put on right there. Now I haven't got a batch of those made in probably 9 months. I need to get some more of those. Those turned out well, especially when I took all the McLeod shit off the bottom of them.
I don't know. I like putting somebody else's family name on my clothes.
Yeah, it ranks up there with, Peter Millar and Ralph Lauren and
Jordan.
Leroy Hellfire and all that shit.
Yeah, Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, it's all good.
I'm not designing his shit anymore, so. Daniel said, in my opinion, laughed my ass off, Marty, with the biggest amount of. Yeah, why not? So, what was the final score with Big Vic and Adam? I watched while we were
It was
trying
like
to edit.
10-9 or 9-8, something like that. It was
Really
1 point.
close.
Yeah.
So me and Rob, what happened? Me and Rob cut a video, and he was trying to do one side of the editing, and I was trying to do the add-ins, drop-ins, and I'm not going to say who, accidentally deleted it.
The
and
nude.
I couldn't find it on my downloads anymore, so we had to go back and do it all again. Yeah, fun stuff.
Daniel H., we are doing the pick with Penelope in 30 minutes.
Now, can you tell us anything about that, Mike? If not, it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Is it?
So Big Vic started setting this up. I'm done with my pizza. I'm full. Big Vic started setting this up. These are toasted if you look at them.
Okay. They have some proof to them if I remember the toasteds do.
Yeah, well, we will find out because they wrote nothing but some cryptic code on the back.
Okay.
Probably
so they know what that means and you don't.
I would assume they're going to be on with us. So we'll find out what exactly those key codes are.
Okay. Good deal, man. So what do you, just because we're excited and everything else, do you know what a turnaround is on a pick with them?
So things like this are pretty fast. If you do the blends, so what they told us was if we want to do the blend pick, like where we all blend it together and, do that whole thing, it's about a 9-month wait, I think is what he said. Maybe it was 4-month wait. I can't remember.
Oh, that's a big difference.
He basically said this one's a month wait. Now to get the barrel out, they're faster than some. So like Four Roses, you do a pick with them from what I understand. Never done one. It's like, it
was 6 or 8 months for us.
Yeah, 6 to 8 months before it comes out, right? So this one, from what I understand, is 1 to 3 months after we pick it. So
yeah, okay, that's perfect, Mike, because all this other shit has settled down. All the Buffalo Trace stuff is out for the year. All the, by that time, March, something like that, it'll be a good time for people to start going back after it. That's perfect. That's the thing I was preaching earlier, man, is I got to quit buying just Joe average bottles off shelves. And I've done a pretty good job compared to the last 2 years, but I sit here and counted a little while ago. Well, I guess Sunday night, about 4 o'clock, I was sitting here and I counted, and I was up around 65 bottles for 2023, and half of them are decent, and I don't know. I'm going to really reel that shit in. Yeah, Daniel, it's live, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, he misspelled live up above. That's why he put that in there.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it should be. It's
Big
interesting.
Vic.
So Vic set it up. It's going through a local liquor store here. They don't have online ordering anymore, so it's going to have to go through me if anybody wants to order it, and I'll go pay for it and ship it. You can call the store if you'd rather do that, and I can go pick it up and then ship it. But I have a feeling it'll just go through me.
What are those?
For anybody that wants it, so
70 some bucks.
Yeah, I think it's either 69 or 79. I can't remember what it is. It's kind of the going rate for Penelope picks here in Colorado.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike. You don't know if Mike or Danny's going to be on from Penelope, do you?
I'm not sure if he is. I know Matt is going to be on.
Yeah, Matt's the one I've communicated with in the past. Than other Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel H., you got me that good Penelope, man. That American. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and I've got, speaking, I swear to God, Stacy's bottle sitting here ready to go. I just need to get it out to her. Daniel, what was that Architect? Was it 2? Architect 2. Yeah. Yeah, Matt is cool. So is Stu. Stu's cool.
So we were going to have Marty come on and do it with us, but he never called me back that day. True story.
Is it really?
Yep.
I
had to get him out.
Listen, man. You want to do a good pick? Leave me out of it.
So we have a bunch of channels that are coming on. So it's going to be Big Vic, Whiskey Fancies, Livewire, Whiskey Mountains, Women of Whiskey are all doing the pick with us, and then the liquor store as well. So
what are you going to do? You can go with the majority rule on the
vote? I think. In fact, maybe we'll talk beforehand if everybody jumps on. I got to talk to Adam here in a few minutes and say, we'll just weight it, right? You pick your 1, 2, 3 lowest score wins, right?
Yeah. So I guess, will you do it like, okay, because it's for me. So you've got 2 picks, right? 2 barrels.
3.
Okay. That can actually make it harder.
Yeah.
And what for everybody that is kind of curious of what's getting ready to happen, and I want everybody to go over there and watch here in a minute. But what the hard part about 3 is one of those will probably stand out on the nose, and then one of them will probably stand out on the palate, and one of them will be right in the middle, and you'll be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, we did. So with this liquor store liquor cabinet, they had me do a ECBP pick, and doing that one, and we've done the Jepson's one too, but the ECBP, like, there was one that was just obviously not it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you just knew it wasn't the one. And then there were 2 that for different reasons could be, but there was one that you're like, this is just the good one. You know what I mean? Like, this one's buttery and, just it stood out a little bit beyond. Maybe it wasn't quite as complex, kind of like it was with the Jepsons. The one we picked wasn't quite as complex, but it was way more rounded, way more, just seemed a cleaner, if that makes sense, a cleaner barrel.
Yeah.
So
I remember talking to Scott, called me, I think the day after him and Jason did their barrel proof Elijah Craig. And he said they were down to, I think, the last barrel is what he told me. And he said they were literally looking at each other's faces like, we're getting ready to walk out of Elijah Craig and not pick anything because it's not good. And I don't know.
I don't know. I love them, but I don't know that I fully believe that. Because, like, it would have to be bad. Not just not the best. It would have to be bad for someone to walk away like that. Like, they've got too much at stake.
God almighty.
Not that I'm calling him a liar, because I do sort of believe him. I believe he's making a point when he says that more than anything. So
that's cool, Stacey. That's cool. Yeah, I'll get that out to you as soon as I can.
Not every barrel is a home run. You know what I mean? Like,
no. I mean, and it doesn't mean that the ones that you're tasting are going to be bad forever either. Just put them back on the rick. Let them ride.
I do think it's interesting with the Elijah Craig barrel proofs that the single barrels, the older ones, seem to not be as good.
And I've noticed that with the private barrels, especially the 94 proofers, the older ones aren't as good. I've got some 6, 7, 8 years that are really, really good. Hello, Road.
Dude, my table is banging on this thing. I don't know why. It's never been like this before. I'll have to fix that here in a minute.
Well, you look good anyway.
There is no microphone. And there's no camera. Lucky for everyone.
Yeah, Top Dog said the toughest barrel pick is when your 4 samples are all home runs. Yeah, well, I've not had that opportunity, but yeah, I can imagine. I think what I would do, Top Dog, and I don't speak for Mike, but I think in that situation, for me, is which one has the longest finish. It'd be the one that would do it for me.
Yeah, I think, if I know shits, the one that seems like the highest proof is going to be his favorite.
Yeah. Nice to see you back in Studio A, Mike. Greg.
Yeah, I'm here, Greg. This is my jam down here. I should come down here more often, but I just don't.
Okay, Mike, real quick. I know you got to go soon. Little update from Livewire. Who's battling next?
So
do you have that set up yet? I know we got weeks here with holidays and stuff like that. So
yeah, so we have 2 battles coming up. So we have you versus Whack, and Trish versus either Bourbon or Jim Morris, depending on who can make it and commits to it. So those are the last 2 in the what is it, quarterfinal round or whatever, and the semifinals are next.
Okay.
No, quarterfinals are next.
I've already.
Yeah.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure.
No, that's not right. Because we've already played and won once.
Yeah, let me see.
No, that's right. That's right, Mike. Because I would have to beat Whack and win 2 more to win.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. You're absolutely right.
You're gonna have to win the. You're gonna have so your quarterfinals.
I have to beat Whack, and I have to beat whoever Trish battles that round, and then that puts me in the finals, I think.
Yeah, because there's gonna be 4 left, so it's not the semifinals. There's 4 people left. It's only taken a year almost, so that's good.
You know
By the time March Madness hits
It's
again,
still fun. Who cares? I like it.
yeah.
Top Dog says, Marty, we need to get ready then. That's right. Yeah, Mike, those caps I sent you, that was like a new thing that I came up with Rick Rose.
With the guy sitting on the toilet?
Yeah. I told Rob that, and he about fell out of his damn chair because he got his about the same time you and Shit's got yours. And he's like, yep. He goes, he just started horse laughing.
So I can't remember. I think Jarrell is sending the battle for you and Whack.
I'll just go Stag Jr.
Yeah, not everyone. Just guess. Just go BTAC across the board. You know, that's what Darrell's got. Maybe some Michter's 25 or 20 or whatever it is in there, you know.
Yeah. I don't think I'm the highest. I think I missed it because I missed the High West. Yeah, I think I missed that.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. You were up there.
Yeah, I still got to get DMC's Glenn out to him. Sorry, DMC. I just slacked like shit. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, there. Speak of the devil.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna bounce and go get ready. I got to make sure everybody knows they can join right now, but I wanted to jump on because
Thanks, man.
I was in Studio A for a little bit.
Yeah, are you not staying there? You're going upstairs, or?
No, I'm gonna stay down here. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. Hey, Mike, thanks, man. Tell Frankie hello and Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you or see her.
All right, buddy.
All right,
see
man.
you guys later.
All right,
Merry
man.
Christmas.
Thanks, man. Marty, we got this. I'm calling Darrell now. Remember, I'm a Patriots fan, and we do thing to win. Yeah, so let the air out of the ball, whatever it takes. But, yeah, that's funny. Now, if Darrell, I tell you, there's a lot of things that come to mind right there when you say Darrell. Okay, high proof, age stated, and good. Mike Franklin, my man, good to see you, brother. There's a longtime supporter right there of Whiskey Nose, and I know we're on MC Square, but Mike Franklin, so good to see you. Merry Christmas, my friend. Daniel said, hot. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. It does help. Appreciate it. Share us if you can, guys, because we're doing everything legit. We're not trying to set the woods on fire. It's just too old. You got a Tennessee hillbilly and a damn Pennsylvania Yankee going at it here on MC Squared Whiskey. We love it. All right, are we going to T-Rob, what's up, brother? T-Rob, I don't know if you saw my message, but I am always covered up in Baker 7. Don't you ever let that slide again. Okay? Adam, thank you, man. Same to you, buddy. Same to you. Last night I told Darrell you did the Four Roses pick all on your own. I love it. I love it. Daniel said 4-leaf whiskey. If you ever want something smelly, yeah. Daniel, you need to be on there with those guys. You need to send Mike a message and get on there with them, even though you're not doing the tasting, just to coach them through that. You got it, man. But yeah, okay, good. T-Rob, I'm glad you did, man. Yeah, awesome. But okay, I think what we got, 8:40, something like that. I'm going Sagamore. Y'all want to go Sagamore? Funny story. First time saw and meet you was Jason Live. Oh, God almighty. Yeah, that's when I brought that damn Old Carter batch 12 in, and Jason freaking nailed it. Yeah, that night right there, Top Dog, me and Dusty, Dan, and Darrell rode around for about an hour and a half trying to find the damn place, the hotel that is. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Cheers, T-Rob. Sag Double Oak. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it right now. Stacy, you got it. We can do it. Y'all jump on if you can, Stacy. If you can't, no worries. But I can do it. All those old ladies were walking around. Dude, they ended up coming over there and hanging out with us, which was funny. And then we went we went that morning and we had like a 10 o'clock appointment at Four Roses, so we were ready to go. God, it's almost been a year ago. Blow your mind. Yes, say no more evil. Yes, get it. But we ended up at Bardstown to eat lunch, and we went back in that private room and everything and did some shit. It was awesome. Those damn women were there too, and they came over and they brought us notebooks and stuff. They were awesome. What she did, I don't know if it was her full-time living, but what she did was she set up tours and everything through the Bourbon Trail for people, and it was really cool. We've got a little legend here in the background, and let's get him out of the green room and get him up here.
Hey,
this guy. How you doing, my friend?
you know what, brother? I'm all good. If I was any better, I'd be twins.
That's right. And you're so happy you got to sit on your hands so you don't wave at everybody.
That's right. That's my new line, and I learned it from you.
God damn, I'm sorry. I've got some friends say, you need to start writing this shit down and make a book out of them. I said, you know what? I said, you know what's funny is I can't remember half of them until that very moment. So if I had to write them down, they're gone in my mind, you know. But yeah,
Well, you got a lot of them. I can tell you that.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's
down so I can remember to use them.
Yeah, I see a nice glass you're drinking out of there. What was that damn shit?
I'll tell you, I've developed a special friendship with this fellow, and he sent me.
Yeah,
nice. I kind of like it. I thought it was appropriate to use tonight.
I tell you, I tell you what's good about those Golden Glens is when you're doing a little blind on your own. Mike Sausted, my dad used to say that. That's awesome. Is you've eliminated color,
Yep.
which can give you age, and you've eliminated legs, which can give you finish and stuff like that. So you're basically going 100% nose and taste. So if for me, that was one of the reasons I started doing those was like, you know what, these are great, especially with, and you don't have to talk about it, and it's okay, but like some of the things you found today.
Yep.
If you want to do that privately on your own with that type of Glen, you're going to get everything you need to know and want to know real quick just out of that. And that's the reason I went with those. Because, I mean, a lot of people have the black ones and you see green and purple and blue and all that, but I like gold.
No, I like the bling. I like the gold.
Yeah, I think they turned out well.
Yeah, bling, man, it's good.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Everything.
I tell you, tonight, I know I've had conversations with you about my guy here in town that I buy a lot of liquor from that owns the Catfish Restaurant. Well, tonight he had a customer appreciation, and me and my wife Debbie were invited, and he provided a filet dinner. Set out a bunch of bottles, and man, he cut those prices in half, and it was quite an evening.
Yeah, that's two things. When somebody does that for people like you all, number one, you can look at him as a friend.
Yeah, man.
And somebody that no matter what you need, you're going to go back there and get it. It doesn't have to be allocated. It doesn't have to be a damn Pappy or a Weller. It can be anything just straight off the shelf. And that means a lot, Yeah,
the free pours he had tonight were Blanton's barrel proof. That was awesome.
God almighty.
He had some foolproof Weller. He poured tonight for free. And then there was about, I'm going to say probably 40 of us that were invited to this thing. And he had some bottles out that were really great. I picked up a Russell's 13 and a Four Roses single barrel strength, which I have never owned a bottle of that. So that was really cool for me to pick up. It's pretty exciting.
When you break open that Four Roses, I mean, I'm gonna give you some advice, and I can actually, if I could reach my camera, I could prove it to you. Most everything you see right here is within arm's reach. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those damn Four Roses are sitting across the room on a separate shelf because I have to get my fat ass up and crawl over there and get them. Because if I didn't, they probably wouldn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I understand.
So a word of warning: when you open that damn thing, pour you some, maybe sit it there for a second one, but put that damn thing over there because I'm telling you, that is, yeah.
Yeah, you find that they're really hard to find as well. I mean, I've never found one. He had only one bottle, and as soon as I walked in the place, I grabbed it.
Yeah.
So
I tell you, the big one of the, you know, I'm like everybody else in chat. Adam, Mike, Daniel, DMC, T-Raw. There's a lot of people still here. Everybody here we could get on here, and me and Rob talked about doing a show about it after the first of the year, and we probably will. Like the biggest mistakes we wish we didn't make in whiskey. Biggest mistakes a lot of people do are like, I shouldn't have bought this bottle. Well, we can talk about that all day. I mean, that kind of thing, But the biggest mistakes, what we're talking about is opportunities that we walked away from because we didn't know better at the time. So you can't blame yourself.
right.
But looking back at it, you're scratching your head. And I've got two that come. Oh, shit. I've got two that came in the same freaking day. Number one, me, Kevin Christie, and Jenny were in Kentucky. Back in, when was it? September of 21. And there was a Kroger liquor store that shared the freaking parking lot of our hotel. We get in the truck, we go over there, getting ready to head over to Bardstown. We get in the truck, we go in that Kroger. They have just put out a display of those Four Roses. And I walked by it, and the only thing that caught my attention was that yellow label.
Yep.
Now the single barrel itself is a darker label. Everybody knows that. And I turned around, and I've got a picture on my phone. I turned around and I looked and I said, holy shit. I picked it up and it was $75. And I was like, Kevin, get over here. And it said one per customer. Okay. What did we do? We both bought one. Both our wives are sitting in the truck. We never went and got them.
Go get the.
But in our defense, if Kevin's still here, in our defense, we were getting ready to go to Louisville and everywhere for the day. We had no idea what else we were going to see.
Right, understand. Yeah.
So we were like, do we want to fork that money out now or sit on it? Okay. This is even worse. We go to Old Forester. And I'm talking to one of the guys that are working in the gift shop there. And I was like, hey, man, I said, how often, because I'm new to this in Kentucky, I said, how often do they bring stuff out from the back and sell it here in the shop? And he's like, they do it quite often. He goes, they may bring something out at some point today, and you just never know. And I was like, well, okay. And about that time, the back door opened up, and this lady's pushing a cart with these big black gift bags on it full. And he goes, if I was you, I'd go over and get in line right now. I said, well, what's in it? He goes, I promise you it doesn't matter. I said, okay. So I go over there. Me and Kevin go over and get in line. The girls are still just walking around. And it's that damn Old Forester 117 series.
Nice.
And they were like $75. So me and Kevin both bought one. And what did we do? Let the girls walk. We could have both got two. I mean, just.
Yeah. It's so good.
That was the same day.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice on setting that bottle away. But I don't reach it for it all the time. It's good advice. I'm like that. I'm really like that with the Russell single barrel, man. I tell you, I love that Russell single barrel. I grab it all the time. So, but I try to keep them stockpiled because I do really like it. Good starters for me.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah, we're going to do that for sure. And then what we may do, Tim, is just make it a total. Like basically me and Rob might talk for 10 minutes and make it a total live stream with everybody because everybody has stories. And then another one was like 3 or 4 years ago, right after I started my whiskey journey. I went into a little store back in Kingsport, and it was about this time. And I said, yeah, Daniel, I've got it poured. I said, you got any Weller? And he goes, I think I got one in the back. And he brought out a 12-year. And I said, what do you want for it? And he goes, $100. I was like, no, I can't do that. And I walked on it. And I didn't own any at that time. I just thought that was, and it is overpriced.
Yeah, they always are.
But you got to do the math. When am I going to see it again? And, knock on wood, it's worked out. But that's one of those that I was like, you idiot.
I thought tonight's ryes were interesting.
Yeah, we've probably got 15 more behind us, but we kind of wanted to go with our go-to stuff, just like what are we drinking currently and why. And I know we didn't spend a lot of time on the why part, but these things here, like I've not had this Driftless Glen. Now I milk the shit out of this thing from Storytime. This came out September of 21, but this is so good that I just keep it out of arm's reach. But like right now, my favorite out of all these is this Buzzard's Roost cigar. If you see this, Mark, just don't even hesitate.
Yeah, I will.
The Broken Barrel at the 105 for $40 and unders all day.
Can't beat it.
And for a long time, even, hey, Tommy D, good to see you, brother. I don't know right now. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I can find the Rare Breed Rye here in North Carolina. But that bottle's pretty widely available across the country. So I could reach out to you or or Mike or somebody. But that's a damn hitter, man. God damn, what is it? 112.
I picked up that new, just recently released that Mash and Journey 4-gate, that 9-year rye. I had a pour of it for the first time, if I'm not mistaken, on Sunday with Mike Stahl and on Livewire. And I swear, I had about, I might have had 2 pours of that. I swear there's sage in that. I swear to Christ there is.
There may be.
Yeah, I've never picked up that particular flavor in a rye so dominant. But it was really, really dominant. It's kind of shocking. It's kind of unusual for me. But, outside of that flavor, which grows on you, this delicious, once you get into it, that's a really, really good rye. That 4-gate puts out a good product.
I'll tell you, a damn story that's killing me is
expensive too, man. They're expensive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, when you start getting 100 plus, you got to start asking yourself, and it's funny. I don't know, guys in the chat, tell us if this happens in your area, but back in Tennessee, and it happens here a little bit, but it's not really Buffalo Trace, but everything big. When I say big, I'm talking Russell's 13. I'm talking Michter's Rye, 10-year, stuff like that. Big stuff. Go straight to lottery in North Carolina. Where I'm from in Tennessee, it's not such a thing. That the private stores get all that, like you're talking about, Mark. He has the opportunity to get that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
What he wants with it. The store that was a half mile from my house in Tennessee on Friday, I was at work and I was just scrolling through my phone on Facebook, and they posted a picture of what they just put out on the counter. And they put 4 bottles of Russell's 13 at $149. And I know that's, excuse me, double retail.
Right.
But you're buying that all day at $149.
That's what I paid.
I'm 4.5 hours away. So I called Kevin. I said, Kevin, Allendale's got Russell's 13 on the counter. He goes, you're shitting me. He goes, I'm on my way. I said, okay. But on the counter, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it. And did it screw me out of it? Yes. 1 bottle per customer, and there was like 8 bottles up there. Weller Special Reserve, Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, a Japanese bottle, which was probably really good.
Yeah.
Elijah Craig 18 at 179. But he had those Russells sitting there. And if I still lived there, I'd have me a Russell's. But Kevin got there, and on his way, he called his dad and said, I need you to meet me up there. Get up here. And we were going to try to do it that way. And by the time his dad got there 10 minutes behind him, and they were gone. But it's okay. You know what? It is what it is. And you know, I love
The opposite of that, though, you can get when I was first starting out as well, you can get that FOMO going, and you're afraid you're going to miss out, and you end up with a bunch of bottles, spending way too much money just to have them on the shelf. But there ain't a bottle on my shelf that isn't open, ready to be shared, right? So that's what it's all about. I get, friends over here where, they can pour anything they want. It doesn't matter what it is. And that's a hell of a lot of fun to have that many bottles for them to choose from. Christmas and Thanksgiving is pretty good around here.
That was what I was trying to say before I got off tangent. There's all that drop of all that stuff back home always happens the week before Christmas. The absolute worst time of year.
Yeah, exactly.
To need $500.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, my God, I mean, I'll be honest. That store's, he had 2 bottles for me, and I'm glad to have those 2. And they're hoping to release a few more first of next week, and I'll be there at the time, and we'll see what happens. But it just, when I saw that sitting on the shelf, and there was nothing I could do, that absolutely ate me up.
Yeah.
But then again, too, is, I mean, when's enough,
Yeah, exactly. So the tables is already full, so we're going on the shelves now. When is enough, really?
Yeah.
So I think I think for the education that I receive these channels and not falling into, just owning every bottle, I've really got most of my likes on the table. These are the things that I like, so they'll get drank, right? I'll drink them. What's not shared will get drank by me, so I'm pretty comfortable with that. But I was, I'll tell you, I was tickled to death to see that for on the shelf, and I couldn't believe it. And he and I never had a conversation where he owned it. He must have pulled it from somewhere. But there was only one, and a lot of people walked by it. I didn't. I grabbed it because I'm really excited to give that a try. Had it open.
Yeah. The last 4 rows of store barrel proof, single barrel strength I got was at the store down the street here in North Carolina, and I knew that the warehouse had them. And I would constantly go in there on Mondays, because they get their trucks on Mondays, and ask them, did anybody get any? Because I was going to call that other store and say, hey, do you have any, blah, blah, blah. That Monday I got the one I've got from there. I got there at 11:25. They open at 11. And when I walked in the door, one of the guys that knew that I'd been asking for it hollered across the store, Marty, and he held it up. I was like, you got to be shitting me. $79. I walked up there, and he goes, this is the last one.
Wow.
I said, you're kid. I said, how in the hell? I mean, how many did you have? And he goes, 6. He goes, but I'm going to tell you what. He goes, we also got Eagle Rare and Buffalo Trace. He goes, everybody that lined up, most everybody passed on that bottle and bought an Eagle Rare or Buffalo Trace. And I'm like, I know. But, but yesterday, I don't know if you heard the story of me getting into it with that damn guy that worked there.
I didn't.
When they opened at 11, there was 18 people in line when they opened. And they got a truck on yesterday. And we knew they were supposed to get some stuff right before Christmas. So we roll in, and this dude behind the counter, man, just takes over. All right, I need everybody in a single file line right here. stay in line, whatever. So I've got a guy that works for me with me. He rode with me because he wanted some. I said, yeah, let's go, Nick. We'll go. And so we're in line, and I, of course, I can see what I thought everything he had. And so I get out of line and just kind of walk to the side of the counter and look to see what he had. He looked at me and he goes, I told you all to stay in a single file line. I said, dude, I'm just looking at what you got. And he goes, I'm getting ready to tell you what I got. And I just about wanted to say some other things to him right there. And I was like, okay, fine. I go back halfway in line. I get in line behind Nick. We start working our way up through the line, and everybody's buying Booker's. Booker's 4. I get it.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of done with Booker's for a while. I didn't buy any this year. I think now by the time you tax it and everything at $100, it's too much. And you know they had it there. They had Eagle Rare. I'll tell you exactly what they had. They had Eagle Rare. They had Buffalo Trace. They had Booker's. They had Uncle Nearest Rye. They had the Black Label Uncle Nearest. They had an 11-year Elijah Craig pick. They had it's right over there. Early Times Bottled and Bond, and that may be it. And I was standing there, and I still owe Rob an Elijah Craig C922. I've never found it.
Yeah.
The one I have, he bought from me, and I need to buy him one back to back it up. And I saw an Elijah Craig bottle. That sumbitch never said a word about Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
So Nick is literally at the register buying his bottle of Eagle Rare for his dad, and I'm behind him. I stand beside of him, and I start looking. He goes, dude, how many times I got to tell you to stay in a single file line? I said, you didn't say shit about that damn Elijah Craig right there, and I just want to see what it is. He goes, I did too tell you what that Elijah Craig is. I said, I tell you what, you can keep all your shit. I ain't buying nothing.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, man. That sounds.
I mean, this is an ABC store, Mark, and I'm like, you don't own shit around here, buddy.
Yeah. Sounds like a wood chip trip was discussion about manners to me.
Well, I went back in there today, and that sumbitch is working. And he's working that side register, and I walk right up the side of him, and I just start looking at the counter because there's still early times and stuff back there. And I said to myself, I dare you to say something to me. I dare you to ask me, can I help you? Because I was ready to say, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm not a bad dude, but that.
So that just did that. Your ass be treated like that, Jesus Christ. Anything that you're buying, doesn't matter where you go.
But anyway,
and then
that's my.
When that happens to you, right? I mean, loyalty is a big deal about where people spend their money. Trust me.
Oh, that was awesome. That's exactly what I should have done, Greg. Oh shit! I left my wallet in the car.
Yeah, there you go, Greg.
I may do that to his sorry ass next time I see him. That store bought that case for me 2 years ago, and Steve, the old owner, said he'd keep the price at the same price for me because I was the only one buying them. Yeah, they don't. That's right. But by God, Dustin, you acted like he got that shit out of the trunk of his car. You know? And I was telling Nick on the way home, I said, you know, the funny part about all that is I don't know this because I've never worked there, but ABC store owners do a lot of time of standing around because either it's out or they don't have it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna work hard there for about 45 minutes to start their shift. And then they're done. It's gone. All that shit's gone.
Yep.
And I'm like, God almighty, why'd you have to act like? Anyway. If I'm still feeling over the cash grab. Yeah. No. Do you have any Sagamore, Mark?
Yeah. The cast strength, I really like it. Matter of fact, I just finished it last week, so I need to get another one. It's the red label with the cast strength.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really enjoyed that bottle. I'm enjoying this Starlight pick. I got two of them. One of them is a apple brandy finish, and then the other one is also a rye. Let's see here. And it's port finished. I like the port finish a whole lot better. It does. I can pick up the youth in the apple brandy. I don't know. There's just something about it. It tastes a little youthful to me.
Yeah.
Both of them are 4 year.
Okay.
I wanted to try these Starlight picks. I mean, it's right here in Indiana. I wanted to try some of their stuff, so I picked these up to try it to kind of compare it to the Sagamore. I think the Sagamore is much better.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I've not had a Sagamore I wouldn't shake my head at and
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah, Tim, it just, and what's sad is that son of a bitch sees me every week multiple times. I think that's what eat me up the most. It's not
Yeah, that's what
not like I was just some son of a bitch from 3 counties over trying to get some shit.
Yeah, that's
You
just
know.
especially if he sees you often and everything. I mean, that's just wrong. Like real wrong.
Well, anyway, I'm a big boy and I don't need his shit. I can go back to Tennessee and double what they've got. And I kept telling myself, you know what? I'm good. Whatever. I'm trying not to sound arrogant, but I don't need him.
Right.
And I mean, it ate me up. Daniel H said they had old brown box Macallan 12-2 priced at 55. They used, wow. They upped it to one. Yeah. I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to try next. I'm going to start to dabble in some of this scotch.
Have you had, okay, well, let me ask you this. Between me and Rob and Daniel, Greg, a bunch of us here have a lot of it.
Yeah.
I don't have as much as others, but if you would like samples of stuff before you start to say, yeah, this is my gig, this is not, we'll be happy to help you.
Yeah.
I've got heavy peated. I've got stuff that's lightly peated. I've got stuff that's not peated at all. You know, I think you need to try both.
Sure.
You know, and because I'll be honest, I think you being the cigar guy expert that you are, I think when you start tasting some of these scotches we have, the first thing you're going to think, just like Daniel H does, Daniel, Zach, and Bobby B is, I've got a cigar that, oh my God, I've got to hit this thing with this scotch, you know, this thing like that. And yeah, it's, so, you know, we'll definitely see what we can do to help you, because I'd rather get you some Ardbeg, heavy peated, a Port Charlotte, some Highland Park stuff, Laforig, that Lagavulin. There's things I love Talisker 10. Talisker 10 has shot up about $15 in price. It was like $59-$60. Now it's like $79. You'll end up wanting some of the Kilhomans. But yeah, I'll be happy to get you some of that stuff.
I do. I appreciate that. And I'm on.
Yeah, I'll try to get that going here in the next week or two.
Yeah, just right now is ryes and bourbons, and man, I do. I can't lie. I love my bourbon, man.
I tell you, man.
But you know, I like to expand on some of that a little bit, try some other stuff. So I'm anxious to do that. I may hit you up for a couple of samples to try.
No, you don't have to hit me up. I'll just do it, man. I'll just be happy to do it. And like I said, you know, there's things too. You know, you'll sit down like, oh, what I'm gonna do, and you'll have like a salty feel to yourself. Like I want something kind of maybe a little salty.
Yeah.
My God, I can get on these islands and stuff like that. Like holy shit, that's what I want right there. So yeah, I definitely have I got an Abalor 12. Man, yeah, I've done well. I've got a Bunnahabhain 12. I'm trying to think what else. But
Matter of fact, looking for the Bunnahabhain 12, based on your, I think not this last one, but the Tuesday before, I think you and Rob did some discussion about Bunnahabhain, and that seemed to register with me. So I thought I might try that. And I know Greg McDonald's heavy into Scotch as well. So there's a lot to learn there where I could get on a good track and a good pace. That'd be good.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be really good. Let me see here. I'm checking on something for Daniel. Okay. No, that's what you need to do. Yeah.
Hey, I got this cigar I want to show you, Marty. See
Yeah,
if
I
you-
want to see it.
yeah, if you've ever had one.
Guys, Live Wire Whiskey's going. You don't have to hang around here if you want to. Great. Appreciate it. Next Tuesday will probably be a video drop from me and Rob. We've got 3 or 4 in the bank. Some good ones. So with that being, I'll be out of town still.
You hear my granddaughter?
Yep, and I'm glad I do. It's that time of year, baby.
She's got a pour of her own, I guess. She's going wild. See if I can get that set up, Marty. You ever seen that before?
No.
I'm back.
That's an Arturo Fuente. It's called a Casa Fuente. It comes only from the Las Vegas store. It's the only place you can buy it in America. And my kids are still out in California. I was out there for years. Moved back to Indiana, which is where I come from. But I was out there for a better part of 10 years. So they picked these up for me. They are absolutely phenomenal.
We've got a Las Vegas contact here. So
yeah. So
what's one of those sticks run?
These are $25, $30 sticks. But I do some rare trading. I keep some rare cigars that I find, and I'm able to trade out with some of the dealers, so I don't really pay that for them to the degree that I can. I get these each year, 20 to 40 of them each year. So it's not like something I couldn't gift with some of the trading. I mean, I got cigars aging in my humidor that are 7 to 8 years old and probably manufactured 10 years before that.
Wow. Now teach me something. A lot of times, now maybe I don't know if I was given misinformation from the cigar store here that I'm a member of, but one of the things when COVID hit, okay, and all these cigar factories, they were sending people home like they should. I'm it's health first. So when you roll a cigar, okay, let's say we're all sitting there working all day and we roll ever how many hundred, whatever. Do those cigars not sit there for another 6-8 months before they're ever out the door?
Yeah, a lot of times at least.
Is that okay? Do they sit there to age, or do they sit there because it takes that long to get them shipped?
Yeah, they will. When they're rolling, they're wet, so they age in an aging room, perfect conditions, mostly with cedar. So depending on the blender's intention and the tobacco, the aging process is what really delivers the flavor of the cigar.
Okay.
So for some folks, they say, hey, look, in my humidor here behind me, and it's 62 degrees, it's 68% humidity, that's 24/7. And so you're talking about aging in perfect conditions. Not everybody has the capability to age in say a factory at those perfect conditions. So many of them, with the blender's intention, he'll smoke some of those over a month, each month. And depending on how that's aging in the cedar in the aging room, he may release it because he has a vision or she has a vision of what that intention of that smoke's supposed to be, and they may release it depending on those conditions. But like in my humidor, that's why I'm able to age these cigars for this length of time. It's perfect conditions. So that's kind of the idea of it. It depends on.
So that I guess going back to code is why a lot of these shelves are slowly starting to get inventory now, because when they went home, whatever that time frame was there at home, nothing is getting rolled, and then those cigars that aren't getting rolled aren't there to age, and what was there to age got shipped out. So there's a time frame catch up for what they have to do from the time they go back to work.
You're right on the dime.
Okay, because that's what he told me. I was like, God almighty, why is this shit so hard to find?
Yeah, you're right.
And what was good, what was kind of cool about it, and I may be totally missing the point here, but what was available didn't seem to be jacked up in price either.
I haven't suffered any of that. I haven't seen any what I'd call great increases. I'm seeing $1 or $2, and I think that's just the rates of inflation and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not seeing anything gouging.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that. But I mean, I have my cigars that I like to smoke, and there's some of my favorites. I'm a Fuente fan, but I'm also a boutique fan, where some of these boutique blenders are rolling. They don't end up with hundreds of thousands of boxes. They only end up with maybe 500 boxes, because they're boutique. They're just doing it and having their rollers roll, and that's all there is for that particular blend. One of my favorites. I don't know about you, Marty. Do you like a dark, rich?
Oh, I do. I do.
Full power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the more black pepper that I can get from the wrapper back, the more enjoyment I'm having. So there's not a harshness to them that I don't like.
Yeah, I'd like to suggest to you a name you check out, do some research on. I mean, this guy's a master blender, I think. I mean, I love his cigars. They're kind of rare to get, but his name is Paul Stulak, if you've never had one. So Paul Stulak cigars, I tell you,
Are they named after him?
They are. All of his cigars are named Paul Stulak. Check that out, and maybe the next time we correspond with whiskey or whatever, send you a Paul Stulak for you to smoke. He's in my humidor pretty regularly. I really like his cigars, and they're rich, they're dark, but some of them are medium, and then others are medium plus to the full boat, which is where you get most of the. So so we might correspond with that, and I'll send you. I just three cigars to Big Vic here last week for him to try. I guess he enjoys cigars, so I picked good ones for him and Sam.
Hey, Mark, hang on. Rob's back. What I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream. Everybody needs to get over to Livewire. They're doing their pick, and Todd and Andy are going. I just want to tell everybody thank you for the first, Rob, 4.5 months?
Been about right around there.
Yeah, that we've been going on MC Squared Whiskey. Are we setting the woods on fire? Yes. And when I say yes, if me and Rob, we don't give a shit about numbers. We give a shit about friends, and we're setting the woods on fire. So Mark is here, Daniel's here, everybody else, guys. It's like I said, the link is posted. If you want to join us private after we do the closing credits, feel free to jump in with us. We're still going to talk and hang out, but I just want to take a second and thank everybody for what you've done for us and me, Whiskey Nose, in 2022. And Rob, you got anything you want to add for I kick it?
No, I said my thanks before I left a little bit ago, and I'm right there with Marty. Thank you guys so much. I'm looking forward to moving forward with this and getting to meet and get to knowing some of you guys. And like Marty said, thank you so much.
Mark, hang on.
Okay.
Love you. Well, like I said, next Tuesday, probably be a video drop that we've done. You never know. I'll be in Tennessee. I may pop up. Me and Rob may pop up. So check for the thumbnail. All right, guys. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.